Hi and welcome. My name is Bradleymayerharman, and today I want to give you an update on what the performance of the Orangeville real estate market has been like in the last 6 months from January to June. So let's get started. So for starters, Orangeville has seen a drop in the quantity of sales. That doesn't mean that the market value has dropped. It just means that the number of sales in that 6-month period has dropped as the amount of properties haven't been sold as much as the previous year. The other aspect of the sales that we need to understand is the increase or decrease in the average sales price. And that's when you understand whether the market is improving value-wise or decreasing. And so when you look over the last 6 months from January to June of 2018, we've seen that the average sales price for all home categories has been down 0.25%. So really, it's not that much, especially considering if you consider the gains that we've seen over the last 5 years. But even if you just consider 2017, the first 2 quarters, we saw a significant growth in market value. And so now over the last 6 months, it's pretty much been stagnant, not a massive drop by any means, if not very close to the irrelevant amount of reduction in value. That being said, when you break it down to different categories, so obviously you've got the detached category, that actually saw almost a 2.5% reduction in market value. So that's the consistent of what you might pay on one side of a real estate transaction. A semi-detached would only lost a little bit less than that. It was least hit. Now, keeping in mind, we're going off of 26 sales, whereas detached, we're going off 177. But again, because semi-detached is a smaller sale price, that market tends to have the most resilience because you have people coming from both angles. You have people coming down in the market, so they're downsizing, and you have people upsizing or just trying to get into the market. And so those, the condo towns, your condo apartments, your semi-detached in towns will typically have the highest growth rate. And you can see that when you look at the attached row towns, which actually saw a 3.64% increase over those 6 months. Now, obviously, we need to keep into account that we want to make sure that there's enough sales, because Orangeville doesn't have that many sales overall to determine whether or not a percentage is going to be accurate or as important. Certainly, when you look at the total sales of 265 in the town of Orangeville, you can kind of estimate that the market values have been fairly consistent. So now if we look at days on market, this also is an indicator of the how long a property takes to sell, keeping in mind that properties are taken down and relisted, so it does skew this data. But in either case, when you look year over year, the average days on market has increased by almost double, 91.67%. For detached, it has doubled, 100%. And then for condo towns, it's been more than double, 130%. But of course, we get smaller and smaller transactions, so it's not as relevant. And then the average sale price to list price ratio, this is important because this is the performance of the realtor and of the estimated market value in comparison to the list price, has been fairly high actually, because typically it's closer to 97%. We're still seeing 99 or 98 to 99% as listed sale ratio, which is quite high. Now, obviously, it's down from when we saw the hype in the early of 2017 and then, of course, 2016, but it's down the last 6 months by almost 5%. All right, so now if we drop down to the bottom, we can take a look at the 2017 in comparison, so the average days on market, as opposed to being 20 or more. In 2017, it was 12 days on market, and the average sales price was 541, and the average sale price to list ratio was actually quite a bit higher. So again, the average price went down from 541 to 539. So you saw a slight reduction in the average sales price over all categories. I hope you enjoyed this video, and certainly if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team. We're always here to support you. We both have a variety of third-party contractors who can also assist you, including mortgage brokers, financial advisors, who can help set you up for the path to success when it comes to making sure that you have the money and you have the plan that will lead to you owning real estate or getting to that next dream home. I hope you have a fantastic day, and don't hesitate to leave a comment or question below, and I will be certain to try to answer that for you in the coming days. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.